What is up, everybody? Logan here. It is March 29th, and for the first time in 3 videos, we're writing about this morning's dreams. Dream journal entry. If you're following, you get what I'm trying to say. I've been behind a couple, so I just recorded like 2 or 3 videos before this one, but today is going to be accurate and from last night. Fresh in the mind, like a steaming pot of broccoli. That's how fresh it is. Cheesy broccoli when it's on the plate. So good. Ready to dive in? Me too. So, first thing I wrote, woke up late, and vivid dreams. In real life, I'm sitting at a shortstop with my coworker and neighbor, Carl, for work at 8 a.m. We're waiting for someone to bring us some keys for the area we'd be working in. So, one dream. So my grandmother, my mom's biological mom, I call her Bibi. Bibi and I are sitting on a platform. I don't think this was in the air. Thought there was something behind me, but regardless. We're sitting on a platform next to one of those big steam stacks, smoke stacks is what I think of them, but I know it's steam most of the time. You ever see like just a pillar of smoke going up in the distance and it's like making its own cloud kind of deal? That's what this was like. She was throwing filled balloons filled with air into the smokestack. So we're at like the origin, and it wasn't any bigger than us two standing wide. So maybe like 4 people wide total. Like that big. And that's what like the origin of the smoke going up was, which is probably not that unrealistic to real life. Maybe. I've never been to the top of one of them. I know they're big. Now that I think about it, since you can see them so far away, they're probably massive. It's probably like a football field. I don't even know, but they were small in the dream. She's got a bunch of filled balloons. She's pulling out of nowhere like a clown. I don't even remember why. That didn't make me think twice, but she puts them in there and they float up just a little ways and then they get suspended. She throws another one. She throws another one. And after that, I don't even have to read it. I didn't write down that much because I wrote down late. She puts her hands in, she touches them. She says it feels like static electricity, so I imagine what that feels like. She encourages me to touch them. She's really like, my dream characters recently have been encouraging me to do things, and that's usually good, like as far as lucidity goes. But I just was scared. I was like, I've been scared of big machinery my whole life. Not necessarily machinery, but like, if you're ever standing right in the middle of a mine or something, or you're surrounded by huge mine trucks. I live on like an iron range, so that makes a little sense to me, but a huge equipment room. You've been in the boiler room of a school with just a bunch of boilers or something. You feel very insignificant and small, and it feels very much like if something happens in here, there's little to nothing that your intelligence or your strength can do for you, because you are just one small speck in this huge broad picture of things, and that is the room you're in, or whatever the situation. So I didn't touch it. My fear that I just went over kicked in. She was a little sad. And I think I was too scared. So the next dream, I'm out with some kids, and we're out in the woods. And how I picture this, my favorite series, this will make sense in a second, for book-wise, is called The Wheel of Time, written by Robert Jordan. I definitely encourage it if you like fantasy and long books and such. But in the first book, the main character is going along a road, and he has to camp out in the night with his dad. I don't want to give away the specifics for why they would just camp out, but it takes place like medieval times kind of situation. So they weren't just sleeping in a hotel. Though there were taverns, there were towns apart, and they were making a journey from one town to the next because they had a farm and they were bringing stuff. But they were actually in a different situation in the book, just to not give it away. But that's the picture I have from that moment in the book. You know, I can kind of visualize it well. The author's very descriptive. This is a situation I was in with me and like 3 other younger kids, and I think we were all younger. We were playing some kind of imaginary game. It was almost like we could think of something and it would pop there, and it'd be like a level 1 generator or something, and we'd think of like a workbench and it'd be there, almost like a Minecraft situation. But you get what I mean, where we were playing something, we were up to some goodness, and it was fun. Here I definitely run out of time, so what ends up happening, you know, there were some gaps in my memory from this, but I remember it being very interesting and very fun, actually. Like, I was having fun doing it, but a bear comes creeping out we're in the woods, from the road. It comes creeping. The kids are scared. They're hiding. This bear runs up. I'm pretty sure it kills my buddies. It goes to kill me, and I have, like, a machete knife, and it bites me. I remember vividly feeling its hot breath on my skin, like the moist air of its breath. It was nasty, like a dog's breath right in your face. And it was just all over me. And for whatever reason, this full-sized mother bear couldn't kill me. It was just like fighting off. I was fighting it off. This is in a very short time span, but long enough that I would have been dead in real life. I took the knife, and I slit its throat. Like, it took a lot of effort, and it was hard, but I had to kill it. I slit its throat, and it was just bleeding out everywhere. I was covered in its warm, nasty red, dark red blood. And that's when I woke up. I just slayed this bear. So I woke up kind of feeling like a champion, you know? I just slit the throat of a bear. Damn. That's all for tonight, guys. Hopefully I'll have a lucid dream for you in the morning. If not, at least hopefully maybe some good dreams. And if not, maybe some good tips for tomorrow. Have a good night. Lucid dreams. Talk to you guys in the morning. Or, well, it'll be afternoon, but about my morning. Peace.